If you're somehow not caught up to the most recent chapter of the My Hero Academia manga, leave this video right now as it will contain spoilers. You have been warned. The most recent chapter of the My Hero Academia manga, 227, brought a character that has been hidden in the shadows of panels for a little while to the forefront. And while we still don't know the identity of Dabi's next opponent in the Liberation Army, this mysterious ice quirk user could be closer to our blue flame villain than we think. Welcome back to another My Hero Academia theory, as we take a look at Dabi's next opponent. Now, for the purposes of this video, we'll call this mysterious ice quirk member of the Liberation Army's executives Snow Jacket. Or how about Winter Soldier? Regardless of his or her name, Snow Jacket's possible identity is the important thing here, as this Winter Soldier could actually be a member of Dabi's family. That's right, Dabi may be receiving an unwelcomed flash freeze from the past, but before we dive into the possibility, let's give a bit of background on two things. 1. Dabi's true identity, and 2. This arc and its structure. Number 1. Dabi's identity. This theory will be entirely based on the assumption that Dabi is in fact Touya Todoroki, son of Endeavor, and brother of young Shoto Todoroki. If you'd like more evidence and background on this theory, I suggest you check out my Dabi video, which I'll leave linked in the description below, or any others on YouTube. It's pretty much been covered by anyone at this point, and honestly, if Horikoshi doesn't make this canon in the future, then he's the biggest troll in manga. Number 2. Arc structure. This arc of My Villain Academia has been a wild one and potentially the best arc to date, and while this is due to insane new villains and crazy quirk developments, the true reason for this is backstory. Every single battle in this arc has fleshed out backstories for the members of the League of Villains. In the battle between the League of Villains and Gigantomachia, we get Tomura Shigaraki's horribly tragic past revealed in seeing how he killed his entire family. And in the one-on-one battle between Himiko Toga and Chitose of the Liberation Army, we uncover how a normal middle school girl desperate for love ultimately snapped. If these next few chapters follow the formula, Dabi's battle against Snow Jacket will not only showcase his upgraded quirk, but will also to some degree reveal Dabi's past and backstory, which means seeing exactly how Touya Todoroki turned to the dark side. Now that we have some foundation, let's talk about how Snow Jacket could be related to Dabi. If you're expecting me to say, oh, this guy or girl has an ice quirk, so therefore they must be a member of the Todoroki family, well, you'd be correct. But this is just the tip of the theory iceberg. I, of course, know that there are probably many ice quirk users in the universe of My Hero Academia. Hell, there are 3 people with blade quirks already, so ice doesn't mean too much to this cold case. But I ask you this, what better way to show a backstory, one that's almost certainly linked to him being a Todoroki, than to have Dabi get emotional and nostalgic against a family member? Against his brother, Natsuo Todoroki. That's right, Snow Jacket's true identity is none other than Natsuo Todoroki. As we know, Natsuo has an ice quirk, but beyond this, he has the biggest motive to oppose heroes and villains. In the manga, there is a scene where Natsuo storms out of a family dinner, overcome by his anger towards his father and unwilling to even consider the idea of forgiveness. Horikoshi is very great at dropping small scenes and then setting them up for later, and I believe that this is actually one of them. If Endeavor is truly to go down the path of redemption, and Shoto will truly forgive him, and Dabi is truly Touya Todoroki, then it makes sense that we will see Natsuo again. Otherwise, this cycle of forgiveness from his entire family would be incomplete for Endeavor. Natsuo also resents his father Endeavor for a specific incident involving Touya Todoroki. Dabi. This could be a creative way to expose what truly happened to Dabi in the past, by having Snow Jacket, really Natsuo, acting as a narrator. Imagine Natsuo calling to mind Dabi's abusive past with this incident, and trying to convince him to join something better than villains or heroes. Liberation. We also know that Dabi needs to cement his loyalty to Shigaraki, as he's been aloof and off doing his own thing recently. What a great way to test these alliances with a family member tempting Dabi to leave the League of Villains. There's probably no chance that Snow Jacket could be any other members of the Todoroki family besides Natsuo. Despite being abused the most, it's obviously not Shoto, and Fuyumi Todoroki probably wasn't abused too much, because it seems she has no resentment at all for her father during this dinner scene. As for Endeavor's wife, Rei, who is the source of ice quirks in the Todoroki children, she's currently in a mental hospital, so it's not likely that she's running around with the Liberation Army. Only Natsuo still harbors a seething hatred towards Endeavor for his abuse. If there was anyone in the Todoroki family that wanted to spite Endeavor and the notions of heroes altogether, it would be him. Besides the possible family history, there are a few things about Snowjacket's character that are hinting at importance when it comes to identity. One is actually the last panel of the most recent chapter, where Dabi reacts by saying, "Ice." But he's neither surprised nor emotional about this. Either Dabi was expecting an ice to counter his flames, or he was expecting this ice quirk user and knows the true identity of Snowjacket. All the Liberation Army executives were named on panels explaining their identities and what companies they ran. All except for Snowjacket. Horikoshi has purposely left the identity of other characters a mystery until the time is right. Take, for example, Himiko Toga. For a long time, we knew her name, but it wasn't until after she masqueraded as Kami Utsushimi that we learned just exactly what her quirk was. Snowjacket was seen at the table when the Liberation Army was meeting, and is clearly an important member and character, yet they have not had their identity revealed. All we know is ice. The other option is that Snowjacket could be a member of Rei's side of the family, such as a cousin of Touya Todoroki's. Anyone to bring those tears out of Daddy. I mean Dabi. They could even be an old friend. Man, this really does have Winter Soldier vibes. But what do you guys think? Is Bucky actually Natsuo Todoroki, or an extended family member of the Todorokis? Let me know who you think Snowjacket is in the comments below. And if you like these My Hero Academia theories and want to see more, consider enrolling at UA today by clicking that subscribe button. And until next time, thanks for watching, Plus Ultra. 心の好きな胸